Yeah, that should work. Cool. Eating that in a minute. Cool. Right. Go dark. Yeah, you got a bit of reflection from me. Hopefully it'll be okay. Let's see. Can I show up okay? Yeah, I reckon that'll work. Got some haze going on. Just isolated yet, good. Chat going on, got some haze going on. Let's get back into my list. Correctly. Right. Just where did we get to? Let's see, where do we get to? We're on number 7. Lovely day, Put Basket. So go to our blue out queue. So we're having this come up, lights up whole stage, stage left focus, white. Stage left is going to be that side, so we want 3 plus 4 plus 7 plus 8. We got some lights that side. Yeah, good, that bright, that's good. Take those ones out. Do those ones. Do a bit of white from there, and then we'll bring our side lights in. What colours do we have those in? Let's go for cold. Let's go for like steel blue. There we go. That should pick them out nicely in the space. Yeah, just take that. That's going to be Q34. Attributes seen. We're on number 7. Lovely day. Is that what that one's called? Lovely day. Cool. And then time code for that one will be 12011. Oh, and I want Psych Purple. There we go, Psych Purple, brilliant. Update that one. Stage of focus of Purple Psych, cool. Oh, I've got one viewer already, excellent. Hi there. Yeah, I am just programming some lights for a show that's coming up. Feel free to chat if you want. Yeah, that's all good. So then next we want to have full stage wash, keeping the purple psych. Cool, so we'll just do 3 equal from 4, open that. So we've got the whole stage, and then 35 equal from 35, so we have that going across the whole stage. And that's us opened out. Cool, time code 1203900. Cool, that was nice and easy, and then we should go to blackout record Q36. Blue out. Cool. That's another number done. We'll just pop our Q into QR for the blue out, and we move on to the next one. Wake me up. Grade 3 jazz. Oh, this one's got a few more cues. Cool. Number 8. So dimly lit full wash purple psych. So we'll go for, take those out again. Bring those ones in. We're going to go for purple psych. So let's go for like a bit of a blue on stone. Each bring the psych up in purple. There you go. That's slightly cooler. Yeah. Nice bit of blue from the sides. That will work nicely. And then maybe just a little bit, 1 through 8. Just a little hint of face light in from the front, so we've got the whole stage lit. 37 time code 130 and then we do Q attribute. Q attributes scene 8. This is wake me up before you go. Wake me up before you go. Cool. Golden Hole stage. Excellent. What do we do next? Fade up. Bright stage, full wash. We'll do 1 through 8, that's 3. And go a bit brighter, and then we'll keep what we're going to be doing, font colours and stuff like that. We'll have those, and we'll do effect 9 and 7. So we've got a bit of that going on. Take the amber out, add those in. And then what we'll do is effect, we'll do effect, and then bring the rate down to 0. So that we just get a nice little rainbow. And then we can record our next Q, time code 1301300. Plus brighter. Cool. Then what we do is we then just bring the rate up on them, so we've got a bit of that going on, and then grab our movers. Let's pick a different go for these guys. We open there. Let's see. You might just pop prisms in. Oh, gotta go in there. Okay. Home. There we go, that's more like it. Prisms, no prism. What have we got? Still doing something to them. No prism. Okay, cool. Right. So pop five facet prism in. Yeah, that's quite nice. Maybe we'll just zoom them out a bit in colour, zoom them all up into open white. Make sure that we're all doing the same thing. Cool. Do a quick recall from there. So the channels that you want to change, and you can just do a recall from, and then whatever channel you want to recall them from. You can also do shift and then your encoder buttons like focus, color, custom, form, image, or shutter to do those specific attributes and recall them in. Cool. So then we'll do 1613166 color spin. Everyone loves a bit of color wheel scroll. There we go. Nice. Sick, like that. 39, time code 1300380. Rainbow plus makeup, that's cool. Next one. 112, move a stop, upstage focus. Okay. Take that down to 0, so they'll stop on whatever colour they land on. Effect rate to 0 again for that one, and then we want an upstage focus, so 1 through 4 out. Lose the downstage lights, and we'll do lose those downstage ones as well. There we go, should be enough of an upstage focus without risking losing anyone. So that will be 131120. The reason my time code is starting with 1 hour 3 is 1 hour 3 minutes 30 minutes is because my time code for each track, each time code starts 10 minutes apart. So that each track has its own slot of time code to use within the show. so that I can just hit one track after the none of the tracks are longer than 10 minutes. So that means I can potentially fit 2,400 tracks into a 24-hour time code window, which works, which is plenty. Right, what are we doing here? This one's move the stop upstage. Stop movers upstage focus. Cool. And then we'll go fade up to right stage forward. Yeah, we'll go back to movers then. So that'll just be restore time code 1313700. Restore, cool. And then we want to stop the movers, so we'll just take them out. That'd be the next one. Stop movers. Q. Time code 1221100. And then we slow fade to center focus. So we'll stop those, take those ones out. Yeah, that's enough for center focus, I reckon. So that's record Q43, time code 1322200. Slow fade, so we'll do that as a 8-second fade. Fade center stage focus, cool. And as applause happens, we go to a blue out, Q44, cool. Right, just add that one in to QLab. And we'll try running that one. So just hit go on it. And this is where I lose my monetization for the stream probably. We'll get a copyright strike. So QLab is now sending timecode into the desk, which is then triggering all the queues in time. Let's bring this over. So we can see here QLab running with the track and the timecode queues, and then in timecode it's coming into the desk, and then when the timecode matches the timecode set for the queues, it then triggers. Oh yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? We're out of sync. I think they started in different. I think they started on different colours. I need to fix that. Right. So pause. Right. Previous queue. 166 colour. Where do they mark? They're all there. Cool. Right. Colour. We'll just home them and then update. Cool. So that means that as we step through, what are we, 110. There we go. They're all in a bit more in sync, and they should all be roughly the same colour as they change then. Nice. Cool. Continue listening. Make sure the rest of it works. Yep, so movers stop changing. Change. Yeah, and go back to that. Next queue, we stop the movers. 2 seconds, and then slow fade, set to focus. So we've lost the outside lights. There we go, and the music fades out, and then a manual cue. Let's go to blackout. Cool, that's that one done. On to the next one. Junior Contemporary Milk and Cereal. Don't know what that one is. Full stage wash and pops of blue and blue psych. Cool. 1, 2, 8, 2, 3. Nice black wash. Pop those at full, and we'll have our side lights. I'll have them in just blue. Let's be a bit brighter than that, so they actually like stand out on people. Got daylight blue. Bring in some of those. Have a bit of blue there as well. Blue spike. And again, we'll go for like a slightly lighter one because it's on the it's against the black. And then have that. Bring those in. Pop those into blue. Simon? Lavender. Blue. White. No, I won't use those. Actually, if you will, let's get these reset to that, and then if we just pop 5 fast prism in. Yeah, that'll do. Little bit of blue, little bit of extra colour in there. Should see Milk and Cereal. This one's number 9. How does a software engineer eat a cereal? One bit at a time. Absolute classic, no matter what my wife says. Blue. Cool. Let me go back to blue out. Q46. Which we will paste in that. Q46. Alright, coffee. Full wash possible. Basically the same again. Cool. We'll have that. Just vary it up a little bit. Switch these around a little bit so there's a bit of difference. There we go, something like that. So it's not exactly the same. Coffee. Coffee should have seen fixed typo there. Cool. Time code, not about time. Time code 1, 50. There we go. Different blue. I'm going to blue out for the next one. 48. Cool. For anyone that's watching, we're programming lights for a show this weekend. It's a dance show, and I've got absolutely no idea what any of the numbers are. I've just been given a list of cues of what they want. Which might be a little bit ambitious. We'll see what we can do. Right, number 11. So slow fade up to full, warm yellow wash, red on psych. Cool. warm wash, pop those in. Yeah, we'll go for Lee Green, which is actually more on the yellow side. And they want a red psych, so we'll go for Lee 24 Scarlet. That works nicely. Pop those in a bit of a cool, just to give a bit of contrast on people when they're on the stage. Right, that's going to be 200. Introduce a scene. We are at number 11. Never fully dressed without a smile. Classic number from Annie. Absolutely hate the show though. Not a fan of it. It's just irritating. Warm with red on psych. Cool. And then a slow fade up, make that an 8-second fade. That should do nicely. Then we go. Ooh, add highlights in purple. I like purple. Now, a quick tip for anyone using LEDs on an ETC EOS desk: the only Lee color that I found that actually looks like purple is Lee 707, which is what's it called? Ultimate Violet, which I quite like. It's a good name and it's a good color, and it's the only one I found that actually looks like purple when it comes out of LED. So if you're programming on a ETC desk, what you can do, you select your lights and then you just do @3/707 enter, and the 3/ is a shortcut for the Lee color catalog. So you can use that to recall colors that match what you'd get from a Lee filter in front of a tungsten lamp pretty closely. It's not perfect, but it's a darn sight faster than trying to dial things in yourself. Right, we'll have that as our next cue. That one will be time code 20005600. Purple side. And we'll turn the mirrorball rotator on because that's what we're going to be having next. White Movers Disco Ball effect. Excellent. This is one I've prepared for. Bosh. There we go, mirrorball. Is it a bit much? Yeah, maybe we won't have all of them. How long have they got this on for? It's only like 20 seconds. Yeah, nice. We'll have that. That will be our next one. Mirrorball. We'll have that as a snap. The time is 201120. So 1:12 into the song. Cool. Oh, and they want to lose the purple sides at that point. Okay. Then we go basically back to that one. That'll be 52, time code 2013400. Purple again. Then we have some red psych pulses here, so we've got this might be tricky. 23244. So these are two moving washers that we have rigged kind of mid-stage. If I take one of them, I can probably do use these to do a bit of a red pulsey sort of thing on the back wall. Should get them focused vaguely where I want them. Something like that. Zoom them out. Go red. You don't really see it much, you could get lost. Maybe just dim everything else down. reckon that'll work. Yeah, we got. Yeah, and if we do take those out a bit, or there's that one gone. We take that across. Stick diffusion in and zoom it out. How much red do we? How much does that add to it? It might work. Yeah. Okay. Right. So lines in this queue. Bring those down a bit. Bring those down a bit more. Bring those down a bit. Bring those down a lot. So we're in the mirror ball. And then we fade out. And we are significantly dulled down a bit. Actually, yeah. And then we flash those ones on. Put those ones back where we want them. Something like that. Last, zoom them back out again. Colour. Scarlet. There we go. And those two up. They are going to go. Like that. And something like that. Zoom those all the way out. Add diffusion in. Yeah, that colour will be red. Yeah, I reckon that'll do enough for a red pulse. 53 times 0. And that. Yeah. 33.1 time 1, that one. Follow 0. So we have a push. Yeah, that's a red pulse. Right. Q53 through 53.1. Copy to 54. Copy to Q53 through 53.1. Copy to 55. How many are we doing? 4. Cool. Six. We'll label those so we can know what's going on. That's going to be starting at 149. Where am I stop here? Okay, now we need to add side purple back in again. So we move stop. we should have that as a cue. Wait, no. Undo that. Bring this back in. Yeah. Now let's record 51.5. Use Mirrorball plus purple. That one will be 201.3400. That next one will then be 201.4300. There we go. Bring that goes back in. Yeah, 70, that's what we have them on. That'll do. Cool. Now we get to do a fun bit where I get to do a learn. So we go to our show control tab, select our cue list, and we press learn. And it's now learning that cue list, so we can then run our, load our track to roughly where we want it to be, so it'll be 140-ish. There we go. That'll do. It's a nice easy way of just getting it to pick up the exact timings for things. Now remember, we turn learn off so that we then don't go learning a whole bunch of other stuff. Right, and then we do 217 variable back again. Where were we? Variable again, time code 2021700. And then we do snap full stage wash and no movers, so then do take those out, that can turn off as well. Is up to full. Yeah. Point 2. Let's see. Let's bring that one forward a little bit. 40.2. That's going to be about 4 frames, probably. Yeah, I'll do. Cool. We'll go to key 48, and then we'll just record our blue out again. Record 59, enable blue out. And then we'll run that number. Once we've updated this, 59. Slow fade up. Finally, we'll eat some lunch. Yeah, a bit of a slow start this one. No. I've mistyped time code number. Go back and change that. It should be 2 hours 56. There we go. It's better. Feel free to ask questions in the chat if you want. Yeah, it's a bit sudden. I might make that a quick fade. Yeah, there you go, 1 second fade. That does it. And we fade out. Pulse. 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 Bit more jazzy stuff. Yeah, like the sort of fade on that one. Yeah, and that button hit nicely. Cool. Then we have a fade out. Lovely. That's that one done. Next time we have 95 full stage wash, bright blue psych. Cool. Yeah. And psych. Now blue. Bright blue. There we go. Have those ones in. Steel blue, nice. Bottom are like 70%. This is number 12. Blue. This is helpful notes here. We've got add movers, stop movers, add movers. What sort of movers do they want? That's the question. Bring those all in, and then we'll just, let's see, color, open white, blue, cyan. Pretty sure blue and cyan are the wrong way around on the desk, because that looks more like a cyan, and that looks more like a blue. But that one's called blue, and that one's called cyan. We'll go with the blue. Quote mark in quotes blue. Right. Home, everything. So that we're all on. So that we all start off the same. Size, effect size. Make that a bit more realistic. Little bit of audience scanning, I reckon that'll be okay. Let's see, how long are they on for? Oh, like 10 seconds. Oh no, no, about a minute, okay. Something like that. How tight do we want them to be? I reckon like that. So we've got not fully tight, but a little bit of a hot spot just to give it a bit of focus. Let's just check how much of the audience are those guys hitting. Not actually hitting that much of the audience. It's just kind of scanning the edges a tiny bit. Yeah, that'll do nicely. That's movers. That'll do. Right. Add movers. Time code 2102900. And then we stop movers. And what we'll do, rather than taking them out completely, we'll just bring the effect size to 0, which should fade nicely. And then 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. So what that will look like, that's our starting cue. We bring the movers in and they're moving. And we go to our stop cue. And they all find a position where they're not going to offend anyone. Hopefully. They're not quite symmetrical. No, not that one. And then like another that one. Okay, fine. Go there. It's like very fine detail that's not really necessary, but it makes me feel better about the quality of my work. Well, hey, we've got 5 people watching. Awesome. Right. Update that. Then we're going to go add movers again. So that's 129. One, 2, 9, 0, 0. Cool. Move again. Stop movers. Cool. So then on our next cue, we are actually going to stop them. So we'll go back to there, take them out, and then we want a focus center stage. That's it. Center stage focus, and then 32 through 34, 200. There we go. Center stage focus. Time code 212060. The next one we need to focus stage right, which is actually going to be left. So we'll do. Let's see what have I got things on. You should be. Sorry. There we go. Bring those ones on, and then we'll use these ones. Equal from 30. No. Equal from 33. Bush. Stage. Right focus. Then we're going to do the same going to station left. So one at shot, 3 at 70, 4 at 70, do 5 at 6 at 7 plus 8 at 70. Wash, there we go. No, okay, 66. So you should focus for obviously time code for that one. Right. Q time code, Q62 time code. 212 0 212150. Full stage wash. Right. Yeah. You just take these pop diffusions and just adding a little bit more to it all. That'll be 67. Full wash. Undo that one, update that. Time code 212190. Cool. Then we'll do slow fade to center stage focus. So use those ones. Pop the diffusion out of those. We do like that one across there, that one across there, that one to there, that one to there, that one there, that one to there, and then we put the diffusion back into them. That should give us a nice subtle like movement in alongside having the lights shift. Oh, we've got there 8 out 7 equal from 6. There we go. That's more like it. Next Q label, center stage focus, time code 212290. How long's that track? Oh, yeah, we'll do like a 9-second, 8-second fade on that one. So that's where we start from, and we go. Nice subtle movement in, just guide attention to the center, and then as applause happens, we fade to blackout. Ooh, we've got effects going still. Where does that one stop? There we go, don't need that running. Cool. So to export out. Yeah, so that's cool. We are to make that a block queue because we're doing tracking. Because I'm a glutton for punishment. There we go. Cool. Right, that's that one programmed. Should we play it? Let's see what that looks like. Go to the starting queue before that. Get a bit of nice bit of blue. Yep, there we go, nice bit of movers when your chorus starts. Could drive you crazy if you let me. Love a bit of Dolly. Yeah, that one needs to be a little bit earlier, I reckon. Right. Two seconds earlier. Make it a 3-second fade. Chorus hits again, we get a bit more movement. Stage focus, stage left focus, stage right even, sorry. Back to full wash. And we close down to the center with our subtle move. And now as it finishes up, we do a manual to our blue out. Excellent. Cool. That's that one done. 12 down, whatever 44 minus 12 is to go. Alright, number 13, another day of sun. Slow fade up, upstage. Side lights, both sides white. There are some side lights. Go for a white-ish. Backlights are. It probably means I have a bit of these in as well. Bit of them. Jimmy Pickleton, I'm programming on an ETC Ion. It's running probably close to the latest firmware. One sec. Here we go. This is the setup. ETC Ion, laptop with notes on, Mac running QLab that's piping timecode into the desk, and then sound crap over there. I say sound crap, I do actually know what's going on with that. It's just not what I'm focusing on today. And yeah, background for anyone that's still paying attention. We've got a dance show this weekend for one of our external hires. I'm not going to be here, so I've got to program lights for it in advance, and it's all being done to timecode, because that way I can program it and I know that it's going to run exactly the same way on the weekend. Cool. Right, yeah, on to the next one. We are doing another day of sun, so slow fade up upstage, both sides white, so we're going to have a bit of blue, a bit of white. Let's go for maybe. There we go. That's nice. That'll get nice and dramatic. That's Q. 70 attributes seen. 13 another day of sun. Another day of sun. Cool. Stage focus. Time code. We're going to be doing 220.000. Cool. Next one. Whole stage bright in yellow psych. Whole stage. Bring all those up. Maybe just take those down a touch. Go like slightly warmer on those. Yeah. Then we have psych. Pop it in yellowy colour. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. 71 time code 220.4600. Open out full stage. Yep, the desk is an ETC EOS. It's an ETC Ion, sorry. The old school one. Right, next cue. Disco ball. We like disco ball. Right. In which case, previous one, we'll bring the motor on. There we go. Mirror ball. Lovely. Everyone loves a mirror ball. Chat's disappearing too quickly. There we go. Who doesn't love a mirror ball? Oh, tip for anyone that is doing like club nights or anything like that, and you want like just an easy thing that looks really cool. Mirror ball, stick your beams on it, and then just put color scroll on it, and it looks amazing with like zero effort. It looks even better when you've got much less light on. I was like, yeah. It looks so cool, and people absolutely love it, and it's like zero effort to make that happen. 160.164 pre-99. But yeah, that's cool. Right. Every club needs a mirror ball. If they don't have a mirror ball, what the hell are they doing? 2 hours, 22 minutes and 20 seconds. For that one. Next one. That off. We snap to full whitewash, no colour. I mean, arguably white is a colour, but whatever. There we go. Yeah, sneakers are nice function on EOS. It is like, it's so cool because also you can use it when you're manually operating stuff to be able to make a change and have that happen smoothly. So if you're busking and you want to, for example, have like a coordinated light change, I can, for example, one sec, let me just record that cue. I can, for example, take some lights and I say at 0 sneak 5 or sneak 4, and they fade out nicely over 4 seconds. Which is like a really useful. I know you can do manual timing and stuff like that on other desks, but the ability to just specify it for whatever it is that you're doing is actually, it's underrated. Being able to just have that as part of your syntax when you're programming. Right. So time code for this one, 2224800 for whitewash no colour. And we go back to previous state. Two 5400. And then we go back to that one again. 2234400. Oh, there's a snaps, so we'll change time on those. I will be saving my lives. This is my first one. This is actually my first one that I'm doing. So, if this is popular, we'll do some more. I did have plans of like tying it in with my laptop with the Nomad software running, so that you can see the screens and everything while I'm programming. But I just didn't have time to set that up today, and I need to get this show programmed by 5 o'clock. But if that would be of interest, I'll definitely look into getting that sorted for next time. Unfortunately, I don't tend to do much advanced programming like this. When I do, it tends to be with either a director or someone who's at least familiar with the show, that are able to kind of direct me on what they want for their piece. 76. Right, next number we have Opening Up. Adult musical theatre, nice. Slow fade up to Blue Wash and Blue Psych. Cool. Yeah, that's blue already, nice. Keep those in nice blue. Have nice bit of blue sides. Yes, musical theatre, we can be dramatic about it. Right. This one's number 14. What's it called? Oh. Don't know which show that one's. Don't know which show this one's from. The track is apparently called Opening Up. So we are doing 12:30. Cool, then we do Brighton stage to white. Yeah, there we go. Just whack those in. Change back to blues plus blue side lights. I mean, that's pretty much where we are. Oh, they want whites. Okay. So make those whites. Take those out. And we'll leave the side lights in because everyone loves side lights for dance. Cool. And then change back to blues plus blue side lights. Another nice function on EOS is the recall from button, because you can recall from basically anything. So if you've got like your I am running this is an ETC Ion that I'm running on. But yeah, on EOS, which is the ETC family of desks, the recall from button is really useful because you can use it to recall from basically anything. So if, for example, you've got one channel that you want to copy, example, your color from a second channel, you can do channel X color recall from channel Y, or you could do channel X recall from QY, or sub, or whatever, or palette, or whatever. And it's just is a useful way of just pulling specific bits of data from other places in your show file. If you want to use them. Let's go for. That's a bit too purpley. Looks more blue. that looks a bit wobbly. Cool. I am just streaming from my phone, so the colour's probably not going to look great on there. But, like, trust me, Gov, it looks awesome in person. 231090. Focus into the stage. Yeah. That looks focused in enough. Then we do a restore back out. And then we'll do, and then they want snap to whitewash. Gosh. Yeah. We have a blue out for the end. Cool. Just pop that into QLab, and that's a Q83. So how do people like... So here's a question for the room. How do people like to organise their time code when they're doing, like, dance shows or just any sort of programming lights to time code? So the way I've got it for this, I have to do a lot of, like, one-off shows and things. So I have to... when I do time code, it's usually, here's a bunch of tracks, and then just, like, slot it in for each one. And then it doesn't really get reused. So I've got a script in QLab that I say I've written. I use ChatGPT to write, and then I fixed it. That basically goes through, and for each track it creates a timecode queue and then drops that and the track into a group, and then it will space the timecodes out sequentially by a predetermined amount, so like an hour or 10 minutes or whatever, so that each track has its own little slot of timecode within the show to use. So let's have a quick look over at QLab. So you can see here we've got Junior Tap, for example, number 11 within the show, and then the script created has added a 1 second pre-wait to the actual track, and then it's created the timecode queue that starts 1 second before the right timecode, and then is the right, and then will end 1 second after the track finishes. So that basically builds my entire QLab file very quickly for me. That then makes it a lot easier to then be able to go through and program stuff like this. That'll be why it's not. That'll be why it's falling over. That clamp's gone loose. There we go. Back on stage. So yeah, so like if anyone does timecode for more complicated things and larger shows, like how do you tend to organize it when you're if you're going to be reusing sections or having to shuffle between different numbers or change the order of the show or things like that? We are young. Change left focus. Change left to that side, so we'll do stage left. And then what colours are we going to go into? Red. Cool. Just add a little pop of red from our side likes. Hi, Nozlak. Welcome. We're just programming some lights for a dance show. and I've got a lot of tracks to get through in not a lot of time, so yeah, just trying to whiz through. Open out to full stage, cool. So open up that way, open up them, and then we have psych, and go for, yeah, nice. Do time code. Those ones. Open out. And then we go center stage focus. Yeah. Cool. Cool. That's 87. Yeah, that's another one done. Right, next one. Soda Pop. Hey, everyone loves a bit of K-pop, don't they? Alright, warm lighting. Oops, that's not quite what I meant to do. Sneak that. Get a bit of warm. We'll go for. There we go. Bit of light from the sides. Uh, 16. Soda Pop. Warm full stage. Blues and pinks mixed in with warm lighting. Cool. Take those, and then we'll do. Blues. Two. And then we'll take pinks. Pinks, pinks, pinks. Pinks, there we go. Blues and pinks. Mixed in with warm lighting. What have we got these doing at the moment? Let's go for. Let's open those out. We'll do a bit of beverage. That's maybe. Like that. Let's get that actually in focus. Oh, helps if I take the diffusion off. There you go. There we go. Get that, and then we'll do. Blue, pink, pink, blue, blue, pink. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Bit of texture on top. And that blues and pink. Time code 250 2300. Long diagonal line upstage right through to downstage left. Each duet have a multicolored spotlight if possible. Not fucking happening. Not in the time available. and I don't know where they are. So no, that's not happening. So add a little bit of pulsing there. What am I doing? Yeah, I'll have that for that, and then I'll just do a restore back to that. End of that section. Go back to the pulsing. To end finish it, please bring some more lighting mix together. Okay, so basically what it's had for the entire song then. Yeah, there we go. And what we'll do in that one, add effect 903 to those ones. And we'll bring size down so that we're just a little bit, and then rate we'll bring, there we go, just a bit. A little bit of movement, a little bit of fun. I'll play Q only that one. Cool. Finish. Then macro 55. Right, 31, 3, 35, 3, 9, 1, 9, that's 3, random, enter, record next, wash, label. Nice. Cool. That's that one done. I have the changeover for after that one, which is going to be 94. Hey, we're like a little bit over a quarter of the way in, and we are like already at almost 100 Qs. Nice. Yeah, cool. That looks good. Right, one more show for whole stage. Sky Blue Psych. from earlier, add a bit more warmth there. Yeah, that'll do. Alright. 95. All wash attributes scene. 17. Show one only. This one is Teddy Bear's Picnic. Teddy Bear's Picnic. Now let's see if that macro I just recorded works. Macro 5, enter. Bosh, nice. So, yeah, I just recorded the macro to do my changeover queues, which is basically turning everything out, putting a handful of lights in a blue working state so that we can see people moving around, and then recording that as a queue. And that works nicely. Now, if only I could get that to add my queues into QLab as well. That would make things that little bit easier. Tiny tutus. Thank you. 17B. Okay, interesting. Right. Flag those to see what is going on with them. You guys renumber, start at 80, increment by 1. There we go. $18 starts at 320. Great. Someone like you. Side lights, full wash, center stage focus. Okay. Side lights. A nice neutralish, slightly cool white. Someone like you. Fade up to full wash. Full wash, there we go. They haven't given me any colour, so we'll just go for default. Add wash. Focus and stage focus. Yep, there we go. You know what? I'm going to copy that one. Cool, there we go. Right. Someone like you've done. Oh god, that next one. Right, push it to the limit. Red cyc and side lights. Side lights. Cyc. Bit of them in. Bit of the high sides, bit, yeah, nice and red. Nice and intense. Yeah, concentrated on about. No. Okay. Red more lighting. Concentrated on. Yeah, cool. Nice. Right one. Attribute scene. We are on number 19. Push it to the, push it to the limit. Cool. Right. Runway. A little bit of face lighting actually for that one. Should know what that is for the next cue. Cool. Right. Add some red. Red and warm lighting. Bring those in with like these three. There we go. Nice. Flashing red lights. There we go, a bit of flashing red for them. Stop flashing, go back to that, that's going to be 3, 3, 1, 5, 4. And it's flashing going to stay on, okay. There we go, keep the red flashing, and actually 165 plus 166, 399. Pop that on. So that will be on there, and then there we go. Bit of red mirror ball, just to add more drama. There we go. And that'll be the end cue. Three, 2, 3, 4, Blackouts. Cool. Right, this next one's gonna take a little bit longer because we've got a lot more cues in it. We're almost at the interval. Right. Blinks, okay. Cool. Start off. Fade up sides in white. We are on 20 Blue Monday. Blue Monday, is that the track I'm thinking of? Let's see if he's got a random strobe. Yeah, nice. Strobe warning. Cool, right. Nice. Whitewash. Cool. Back to side lights. That will do. Edit. So I don't know. Okay, what's that one going for? Bit of them. What have we got for them? I think we've got a strobe for them, haven't we? Strobe 0 to 10 hertz. Yeah, not a fan of that. What else could we do? Smashing. Scale 50. Cycle time 3. Draw. Let's have a Yeah, we'll do that. Chord effect 3-1. We'll save that. 200. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Like flashing. Diagonal layer path, what's that going to look like? That'll probably be 2. Downstage. Still off stage, right, cool. No, that one's not going to work. There we go, diagonal light path, kind of. Something like that. We'll go with that we could probably zoom in a bit. There we go. Diagonal path. 3, 4, 1, 5, 3, 0. Let me go back to full wash. 4, 3, 4, 2, 0, 1, 0, 0. Then we have whitewash blinks. Okay. Probably low enough to count as a blink, I reckon. blink. Follow 0. Yeah, I reckon that works. A blink, go blink. Copy to 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blinks. So 1, 2. Q115 through next, copy to 107, and then we do Q115 through 107.1, copy to 118. There we go. Bunch of blinks. Bring it for whitewash. And fade to sidelights only, then fade to blackout. So there. Don't need to do full whitewash because we're in that already. And then we fade to sidelights only. Sides only, and we'll do 5. Wash, give us the blackout. Nice. So sides only, that one will be at 34340. Okay. Let's just play this one. Actually, we'll put it in learn mode because I can trigger and get the timing right for some of these manually. No, that's not right. That's definitely not where they want that to be. Right, learn off. There we go, that one. Put that on time code, remove that one, time code, remove. And then we'll try that again. Show control, learn. Just maybe move on back a little bit. And then we're going to skip to 201. And up. You need 234 for these blinks. Coming up to that. There we go, that'll do. Cool. Burn off. Right. Make that like a 7. Made that last one like a 7-second fade. Cool. Right, that's that one done. Such a good song. Really like that one. They don't really care about us. Bit of Michael Jackson to finish off the first act. Cool. Right. Slow fade up to Red Cycle, intense vibes on stage with Reds and angry stuff. Gotta love some of the descriptions that people give for things. There we go, nice. Right, I'll do red, angry. We're on 21. Okay. Don't really care about us. Red and angry. And slow fade up. Next cue is at 20. Okay, and the next cue is Angry Movers. We can do Angry Movers. Let's see, what do we want? How are we feeling? It's like 11 seconds. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. Color, harsh open white, form, image, just home everything. And then if we, there we go. And if we do effects number 6, there we go. I think that counts as Angry Movers. What do we reckon? Is that do you think that would look like Angry Movers? Yeah. Keep that on that one. Get as much light out as possible. Scale 35. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Angry movers. 350, 20. There we go. Leave those on like that, and then we'll do Downstage Brighton. To Hostage. Focus stage left, which will be those out, and we'll take 1, 6, 2 out, 1, 6, 4 out. Take those ones out, and then 1, 2, 3 out. There we go. Stage left focus, and then we'll do the opposite. So stage right focus. Five, 2, 1, 4, 0, 0. 3, 5, 2, 0. Now we go back to whole stage. Three, 5, 2, 2, 0. Snaps red, slow fades back out. Okay, right. Red. Snap red. We have an actual blackout. There we go. Lock. Cool. And that's the interval. Right. Yeah, angry I was typing. It's just a noisy keyboard. The buttons on it are just noisy. And especially because you can't really you can't touch type it on it the same way that you can with a regular keyboard, so you don't really get the same you don't really get the same ability to moderate it. 130, follow 2 seconds, and then 4 second fade to black. So we go that, and then Bosch, snaps black, snaps red, and then fade out. Cool. Let's run that one while I grab some food. I'm not sure if the violin is just distorted on the recording or if they've done some weird editing, but I'm not a fan of that noise. And this is in theory going to be with a group of people tap dancing on stage, so I guess they'll work with the music. All that snap needs to be like a good half a second later. There we go. That's more like it. And there's an interval, which we shall use. Have we got chairs in the way? No, just about work. Thanks, Johnny. Yeah, it's rare that people actually applaud the lighting. I've managed to get oohs and ahs from stuff when programming, but I've never actually managed to get applause for a lighting change. I did have one word program for a kids dance show where, again, programming it blind with no input, and the guy that I was working with, who knew the show, had to leave before I got to the last number, and I was like, "Oh, the last number is Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters, like amazing song, really high energy." I'm like, "How all out would you want me to go for this one? Because I'm happy to just like give it all the beans and make it a finale." And he's like, "Yeah, go for it. Make it a massive finale. Like put all the energy into it." I'm like, "Awesome, bet, got you there." So I programmed, like, there was probably like 30 cues in this 3-minute song, like proper high energy sort of stuff. And they come to do the rehearsal, and the kids are just moping around on stage, like with no energy or anything. And it's like you feel like seriously, guys, like surely you can put a little bit of energy into this. It's the finale of your show, for crying out loud. And like, fortunately, the instructors managed to get the point across to them that it was the finale. They need to put a bit of energy into it. But yeah, just the sheer irony of it was it was a bit of a juxtaposition between like super high energy lighting and music, and kids just like not really not really putting any effort into performing. Right, there we go. Interval preset, and then we'll have working light on stage. Open those back up. Is it going to catch on the chairs? Oh, no, we're just about clear. Cool. Open, I said. That's not right. Let's go investigate. First time that's happened. Gotta love AMX systems and integrated controls and all that jazz. Right. Let's see how complicated this is in a second. Right. Not too bad. In case anyone's curious, this is what I'm working from. I've just got a spreadsheet with track names and then a list of cues that they want for each one. Fortunately, they actually put the tracks in order, which is more than can be said, more than I've had in some cases. They send through a list of tracks and it's like they haven't put any effort into like ordering or numbering the tracks or anything like that, and you have to figure out which track goes where. And I'm like, seriously, guys, do you not want to? Do you not want to at least try and make my life easy here? Cool. Right. So we'll have blackout. Rainbow Smoke, bright full wash. Cool, okay. I'll start with a bit of sides. Cool. Rainbow, there we go. Everyone loves a rainbow. Have some backlight in as well. We'll make those a bit warmer. Yeah, there we go. Going to 22. Starting at 4 hours for the second half. Cool. Match my spreadsheet up with HDM. There we go. Maybe I will wash. We have blackouts afterwards. Cool. until that one was 1, 3, 2. We have 1, 3, 3, 4. Blackout weapons housing. Proud. Then we have 1, 3, 5. Is our right, Isabel and Thomas, boxing. Blue and red lighting, flashing blue and red lighting everywhere. Ideally blue on one half stage let and red on other half stage let. They don't specify which side, so that's going to be fun. Right. Red and blue. There we go. Red v blue. Bit of face light. Scene 23 boxing. Is anyone old enough to watch Red v Blue on YouTube in the old days? I had a mate that was like ridiculously into it. Right, that one. Stop effect, update. There we go. That's where we are. Cool. And then we do flashing everywhere. Flashing. There we go. What can we do here? Blue, one half the stage, red, one half the stage. 1 for 2 plus 5 for 6. Go for like 3. And then 3 plus 4 plus 7 plus 8. Go for like Louis. There we go. Change face light. 410. Oh, we should have the flashing still. There's a little shift there, actually. Take those out because they take those backlights out, and then end flashing, blue and red lighting everywhere. Stop flashing. Time code 410470. No blackouts. $24. Run the World. This one's got a bit more going on. Downstage highlights on white. Downstage highlights on white. Cool. Fade up to full wash, pink on psych. Go for, there's the pink. Full wash. There we go. No. Leave those off for now. It's 26 seconds in, and then we do center focus of 49. Focus 120, 49 restore 420, 5700. Add moves in. Push. Have them. We'll go magenta. Everyone loves magenta. Effect. And 03. No, you know what? I'm not going to do that. Let's go for a bit of Gobawage again. Focusing on it. Pop prism on. And just have a little bit of prism rotate. There we go. Movers. 1, 4, 5. Movers. 420. 1, 2, 7, 0. Snaps of brighter wash. And blink the psych 4 times. Blink psych. Restore. There we go, blink. Nice. And we do Q147 through next. Copy to 148. And then we do Q147 through 148.1 up to 149. No, that's not how that's meant to work. Undo these two. Right. Q147 through 147.1. Copy to. No, that's where I went wrong. That one, move to 147.1, not 174.1. Fat fingers. 148, 147 through 148.1, copy to 149. Q147 through 148.1, copy to 149. Bosh, there we go. Blink, 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 blink. 51, 52, 54, 56. I'm going to have to do that one manually, aren't I? Alright. Five. Add moves back in, record. 151. 422.50. That's full wash pink side. Downstage center focus. Downstage center focus. Center focus. 6 plus 7 recall from 3. Stage focus. Time code 42350. There we have fade black. Right. 42450. Use for transition. Cool. Right. Should be that one all done. 156. That one. And load it up to 140. So we can figure out where those blinks go. That's this song, okay. There we go. That'll do. Right, show control. Takes that learn off. Where'd that one come from? 151. $250. There we go. Duplicate for a single one. Right. Use it. 127. 127. That was a typo as well. Right, and then it's just 147. 421.48. No. 421.48. That one. Delete that one. Okay, cool. Alright, I'll just run that last little bit, make sure that works properly. That one, go to like quality. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. Right. Bills. Large group on stage. Cool. Green psych for whitewash. Okay, we can do that. Green psych. Whitewash. Go for it. Yeah, no screen from the sides. Nice bit of colour there. Alright, time code 43000. And we're going for apparently a 14-second fade in on that one. Nice. That one will be fun. Right, attributes scene. 25 bills. We got stage right focus, which will be that side. So we go stage right focus. Then we do center focus. I should do a time code for that one. 43047. Then we do center focus. Cool. So that will be 1 out, 5 out, plus 6, 3 to 7 equals from 6. There we go. Center focus. 430. Then we do a stage left focus. So that would be 8 plus 4 equals 3. Cool. Then we go back to full stage wash. And we want to have the psych. Linear edit, edit that, have a sine wave. Grouping, one group, wash. Scale 50. Cycle time 2. Record that effect. Cool. There we go. Pulsing. Nice. 161. Oh, psych. 431. Stop pulse. 31. Then we go back to a stage right focus. It's left focus again. Front stage with movers, party vibes. Okay. Cool. Bring those up a bit. We'll do. Where did I have these ones before? Colours. There we go. A little bit of movement. And movers. Brighton. Time code 4321. 431460. Yeah, there you go. Bit of flashing as well. Everyone has a bit of flashing. Oh, right. Slow. Stop moving some party vibes. Take those out. Stop movers. 432 ones there. Disco ball vibes. Funnily enough, we've got the disco ball. Normal. Time code 43236. Okay. Slow fade to that. We'll do a 6. Yeah, 6-second fade there. Use memorable 43306. We have blackout. That's 433. Yeah, just need to get on with it, get the rest of them through. Next one, smooth coronal. Purple on the side, community lighting, but enough to see dancer over the whole stage. Okay. Purple side. We'll go for like moody Dark lavender, there we go. Nice. That looks good. Go for a little bit of medium embossed amber and just trickle a tiny bit of that in from the front. Beautiful. We're on 26 Smith roll. Cool. Wash. Next one. Searchlight travelling around stage. Purple on site, greedy lighting, but enough to see dancers over the whole stage. Okay, cool. Size might be a bit big on that one. Yeah, there we go. Searchlights. I love the Pink Panther. Anyone remember that from when they grew up? And then it's like that. 175. Purple. Now we add another black out. 176. Jailhouse Rock. Soft lighting red side. Okay. Take that and we'll just do red. Yeah, nice. This one's 28. Jailhouse Rock. 5 hours. Cool. Right, stage. Return. Have we got police chase already programmed? we don't. Okay. No, okay, right. Got to program it then. Compound for that. That's all right. Yeah, there we go. I'll just do 4 from 3. Around a bit. Yeah, nice. How long's that on for? Oh, that's only for like a few seconds. Cool, right. Stop movers. Cool. Let me go back to movers again. Then right across the side. Focus on stage. Let's see if we can do go-over sort of thing. It's on stage. I don't really know. Let's see, what have we got in this one? Maybe. Is that internal reflections? No. It's not. It's close, but not quite. Alright, let's check the other wheel. See what we have there. No, not really. Yeah, not really. I haven't really got anything I can do for that one, unfortunately. What I can do though is if I do 33 out full wash. Yeah, a bit of backlight maybe. Trying to go for a jadey sort of thing. Not really got much I can do, unfortunately. We'll just have that. 93. Flood stage right in red, stage left in blue. Okay, stage right one. Right, red. Yeah, nice. White from behind to make it look cool. Rain effects. Haven't really got anything for that, I'm afraid. Sorry. Angelsky from that. Or more light build side. Okay. That actually warmer from the front. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have that. There we go with that. Cool. Right. Scene 29. Almost there. Getting there. Raindrops. that one. Cool. 8, 7. Next one, High Hopes. Wall lighting over room, multicolored flashing lights, wall lighting over room, multicolored flashing lights. Cool, nice, that's easy. Wall lighting. Take a bit of cool from the side. Something from the back as well. Oh, it's like pink from the back. There we go. Nice. Scene 30, High Hopes. Multicolored flashing lights. Now what we'll do is we'll do effect rate to 0. Actually, effect 6 size to 0. Effect 7 rate to 0. Cool. Record that one. Time code. Go back to that one. 2220. Okay. Oh, that macro doesn't handle. That's fine. Cool. Right. Right. Back in a moment. Right, back. Let's see. This is 1532 in Bristol. We are part of Bristol Grammar School, and I'm the technical manager of the venue, so I handle most of our external hires. We have a almost full LED lighting rig, except for half a dozen Chauvet Intimidator hybrids that are discharge lamps. And we do quite a lot of external hires and stuff like that for like performing arts academies and Amdram groups around the Bristol area. Right. Next number, Sunset. Orange Cyclone stage. Cool. Orange. There we go. Orange Cyc. Take. There's gold there. And then 98, 74. Sunsets. Okay. Add some orange side lights. Go for high size. Yeah, nice orange. And just have a little bit of them in. Center stage, from down stage to up stage. They get center stage. Yeah, I'm live streaming from my phone, and for some reason it won't keep the chat up for me to see. So if I don't immediately respond, feel free to just remind me if you're still waiting for an answer to a question or something. And I'll try and see it next time I look at my phone. We go back to full stage. Orange has transitioned to reddish hues and last sunset. Cool. There we go, a bit more reddish. I'll make that like, what was that? I've got 20 seconds, yeah, that's 20-second fade there. Red's transition to purple hues, okay. Super warm at the back. There we go. That's nice, like twilighty, sunsetty sort of vibes. And we've got make that another like 20 seconds. Cool. Twilight. 32.49. There we go. And then we do fade to center focus again. So. Those ones. Now we have a blackout. Cheers 200. We're in the money. Next one, soft downstage lights. wish we were in the money. Cool. Right, that's that one. Show up to full bright wash, gold on psych. Okay. Gold. Usually gold. Yeah, how gold do we want it? A bit dark. There we go, gold. H equal from 1. H equal from 81. Gosh. We'll have a bit of gold there as well. Gold and amber. Oh yeah, there we go. Lovely. Some stage focus. Still have some stage focus. Then we go back to whole stage. Admirable. That's fair enough. I'm official blue monkey. Blue monk. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's interesting watching other people work, isn't it? I do the same thing. Like, I don't know if you've seen Fuel Guy POV. He does like he's a tanker driver in the States, and he just does POV videos of him unloading his tanker into petrol stations, and it's surprisingly interesting. Right. Yeah. For context, I'm programming lights. It's for a dance show this weekend that I'm not in for, so I have to pre-program everything so that it's all ready to go. Yeah, I'm currently on just over 200 queues in about 4 hours worth of programming, so pretty decent going. Right, where were we? 5, 4, 1, 1, 5, 9. And snap to center stage focus. That's why we did that. 4, 3, 2, 1. That one needs to be way earlier. Alright, where's that one? 29.6. 259.6 even. 5, 4, 2, 59. Yeah, it's good fun. Basically, my entire reason for working in the industry is that I enjoy playing with expensive toys. Well, should we have back up there? Cool. hold on so I can more lights. There we go. That'll do for that. Reuse that one then. 208. We're on birth. That's what I want. Variable, some stage focused. Use the variable for that one? No, go for it. Let's use the variable. Some stage focused. 152, 140. Seven Nation Army. Interesting. Some stage focus, green psych. Take some stage focus. Use them. We'll go green. Actually, what we'll do, we'll take cool from the front. And we'll pop a cheeky bit of red in from the sides. That'll look interesting. 34. Right, full stage, cool. There we go, nice. Cold, a bit of cold from there. We don't want variable there. What do we want? Where have we had this before? Pop those on there. Reverse, and reverse, and reverse. Tilt. Trail. Go. That's pretty cool. Next number, all that jazz. All that jazz. Oh, that's it, guys. I'll be back in a moment. Sorry about that. Broadband supplier phoning to say that they've fixed our internet at home, which is always nice. I've lost my viewers. Cool. Right. And cool. Right. Next number, all that jazz. Roadside lights fade up slowly in red psych. Red sides. A bit of red there as well. And red. Psych. Red. focus. Back to full stage wash. Full stage. Cool. Yeah, it's fun. It is fun being able to see backstage. Whenever I go see a show, I'm always nosing around and see what gear they've got that they're running the show with. It's professional curiosity, isn't it? Good variable stage. Black House, like stage red. Okay. Is that all the stage? Okay. 2 or 3. Add red sides. Backlight, add the sides in, and then we want add movers. Not that. Okay. Go from Q to 4. So what movement do we want? Okay. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. From zoom them in a little bit. Don't want them all the way. That's not going to be scanning the audience too much. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, because that's kind of seeing from behind. Right, 6 1 3 3 9 Center stage focus, whole width of stage. What the fuck does that mean? Right. I assume they mean downstage focus. There we go, downstage focus. And that will be 2 to 4. Snaps full stage wash. And blackout. 2 to 6. Good chip lollipop. So there's some good ships there. Alright. Right, full wash pink psych. Okay, ding, ding. That. Then pinkish hue. Right. There we go, nice. And 36. Good ship, bloody pop. 650. And the back out. Feeling good. Soft light on stage. I'm going to be going for blue. Okay. Bit of that. Bit of them. Yeah, have that. Have that for our blue. Stage. Thank you. Dunkard. Scene 37. Good. Dark blue sight and side lights. Oh, they can have blue sight and then cycling signs. All lights pulse once. Okay. Yeah, it's a pulse. So, where do those keep jumping back to that? Equal for 2, 2, 2. Right, we're going to take let's have that. Pop a prism in them. I'll have that's the wrong. Go back. Okay, right. Home that one. You. Where have you gone? Fast. Hi, Mitty Sarian. Thanks for joining us. The moving heads that are on at the moment, those are Chauvet Intimidator 251 hybrids. So they've got prisms in them that, the actual the initial beam itself is quite small, but they have a prism that can make them go like super wide to give you quite a nice, really good for like aerial patterns, and also just like gobo breakups and things like that. There's a surprisingly good bang for your buck on those ones. Movers 6, 3, 2, 1, 2. Don't really have to worry about getting fired. I'm too valuable to the theatre. Time code. A lovely night. Dark blues, purple and pink sunset colours. Okay. Those ones on. Have some pink. Pink on the sides, yeah. Little bit of, nice bit of last lumber from the front. Have the side up. That's orange, there we go. We want 38. A lovely night. So that's time code 6. Orange added in, okay. Bit more orange. Orange. Yeah. And then have some yellow. Some flash. Six or 2 over. Get rid of the flashing, keep them on. Warm golden yellow over it. Okay. There we go. Revert back to the beginning. Cool. Cool. Let's choose one. Up stage side lights, slow fade up. Okay. One likes to full wash. Hello, Sebastian. Thank you for joining us. We're just programming some lights for a dance show on the weekend. Very slowly fades back out. Cool. Cool. Next one. Purple Psych Center Focus. Center focus, and then we'll do 3, 4, 3. Bit of that as well. Yeah, nice. We are 40 only some. Wash on. Go back to a center focus. And back out. Which is 249. Blackbird, next one. Dark blue cycle, 1 full stage wash. Okay. Yeah, a bit of sound. Just take those out. Cool. Blackbird. Full stage of blue side. 710, then we do upstage into focus, so that we're 1 through 4 out, 5 out, 8 out, upstage into 9, 6, 7. Yeah, 1 minute in, back to full stage 1 wash, 17 seconds. So. And then back out. Let's keep it to 5, 3. A turn called Malice. Next one, we're number 42. We're at multicolored psych, full wash, bright. Okay, multicolored psych. Nope. 7, 6, 4, and wash. Coloured Sonic, full wash, right. I'll go for cool from there. Warm from there. 42, something else. Add colour movers. What have we got there? Those are red. How far are they moving? Not really. Yeah, nice. That'll do. Bit of that. Add movers. 721. Move the stop. We do a focus stage left, which is that way. So we'll do. Yep, focus stage left. Wash. Cool. Almost there. 2, 5, 9. Right. New York, New York, fade out to bright stage. Great, okay, cool. A bit of blue. New York. Blue's a New Yorky colour, isn't it? Full stage. 43 New York. Right, last one, finale, yellow, orange, red circ, bright, full stage. Cool. Not quite what I meant to do. yellow, orange, red. Yellow, orange, red. Yellow. What do I do? 1, 2, 8, 24. 1, 2, 8, 24. Yellow, orange, red, yellow, orange, red. One, 2, 8, 24. Okay. One, 2, 8, 24. There we go. Yellow, orange, and red, kind of. Yellow, orange, red. Yeah, nice. No, not that one. What next? Full stage. Scene 44 finale. And then Mirrorball Madness, because everyone loves Mirrorball. Closing tabs. Who's Mirrorball? Closing tabs. And then we'll just take our preset from interval 1 through 2. Record 266. Close set. Nice. Alright, that's the show. Oh, that took me an hour less than I was expecting. Okay, right. In case anyone's interested, this is the setup that I've been programming on. We've got an ETC Ion as the main lighting desk, laptop with notes on, Mac Studio with QLab running that has time code going into the desk so that I can then program times alongside everything. Our lighting rig is all LED, well, mostly LED except for a couple of the movers. We've got main front wash is color source spots. We have some Chauvet Parquad 12s, I think. There's some high sides. We have ETC Colour Source Par Juniors as our side lights. Really nice and pokey. Those ones are pretty new, and they are surprisingly bright for such a small fixture, especially if you get, and they're really nice if you get the oval lenses, like the oval lenses that you can spread them out, and they look like, they really do look like a traditional par fixture. We've got some Robin, Roby Robin 300s. There's our moving washers, which are quite nice, decent, like nice punchy fixtures. And then our newest ones are Chauvet Intimidator 251 hybrids. These are stupidly bright, very powerful, and you can do just so much with them because they are hybrids. You can go from like, for like super tight beams and do stuff and like burn your way through drapes and stuff, or you can pop the fusion in and you get like you can actually get like a really nice even wash from them as well. These are great just to give you flexibility to do random stuff, and like with the gobos and prisms you can get like super cool aerial effects with them as well. Like the focus range on them is like insane. Okay. And then you've got like a nice little selection of fixed and rotating gobos as well. Yeah. Those are our lights. And that's the show programmed. So, yeah. Here we go. This is the cue list. So each number within the show is separated out into a scene. Those are built into EOS as a function. So the way you do those is you select your cue. So for example, Q12, and then you hit attributes, scene, and then you just type in whatever. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't like change the order or anything like that. All it is a note. Is like metadata. It's a little note that just then gets added with a green bar across, so that you can separate out your cue list. If you want to get rid of them, you just empty the field, and it will remove it. Yeah, like the entire show is pretty much the entire show is programmed with time code. EOS is okay at doing time code. Like you can do a little bit more with like MA, and I haven't done any time code programming on Everlights, but I imagine that you could probably do the similar sort of stuff to what you can do on MA in Everlights. ETC is pretty good. You can do queues quite easy. You can do queues very easily with time code, or you can do fader bumps as well. So I have done ones where I've got submasters on faders and just bump, and I've done show control learn, and then just bumped those in time with music to do like flashing bits with the beat of the music. Over here we have QLab, which is like industry standard for playback. Each of the tracks has got a group cue, which contains the track and a timecode cue. The timecode start times are 1 second before the like designed start time. So this track starts at 30-minute timecode. The timecode will start at 29 minutes 15 seconds, so that there's a second of lead in for the desk to sync up, so that when there's a cue that lands on 30 minutes when the track starts, the desk is in sync and is able to hit that reliably. And then the timecode then runs on until a second after the track finishes. This is set up with a script cue that I have written, or I've fixed after getting ChatGPT to write it for me. There we go. I'll scroll through this I'll post. I can't remember if I've got this on my GitHub page, but I'll post it and I'll add a link to a pinned comment. But this is quite a useful one because it allows you to just create a bunch of queues, and then it will find the duration of each queue, and then create that structure of group queue with time code and like a second lead in and everything for all the queues in your show. And it will ask you whether you want to do. It'll ask you how many. Well, here we go. If I create not memory queues, I'm meant to do. If I create a bunch of wait queues and then select them all, I have that script bound to Control L as its start queue. So if I hit Control L, no, not Control L, sorry, Control T, it'll tell me what the longest queue duration is, and then ask me what I want my time code increment to be. So 1 hour, 30 minutes, or 10 minutes. And then click the timer, and it says choose starting time code: 1 hour, 10 minutes, or 1 minute. I can start at 10 minutes, and then it just creates all of that for me. So this works really well for like if you get given. What often happens with us is I get given a file with like a bunch of. I get given all the audio tracks for a show, and they've got notes on when they want everything to happen. And I'm lazy and forgetful, so I just try and timecode everything I possibly can, every time I can. So this means I can just drop them in, create timecode very quickly for all of the tracks, and then get on with it. And then I've gotten pretty good at programming timecode quickly on EOS. So yeah, I can just smash out a lighting design pretty quick. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up now because I'm pooped. And that's pretty much all I've got to do for today. So, thank you everyone for joining and watching. It's been fun. Hopefully I'll get a chance to do some more of these and do a little bit more production so you can actually see more of what I'm doing on the desk or in QLab, as well as just watching the pretty lights flash on and off. So, thank you everyone. This is my ugly face. That's me. Thank you all. Have a good day. See you next time. How do I turn this thing off?